Folks, thanks for tuning into the BAMF podcast. I'm your host, Mike Lafferty. I know it's shocking. It happens so fast. We're here to do a fun trailer reactions podcast because we're fun here at the BAMF podcast. That's our brand.
Now, do they have to be like over the top? Do I have to Macaulay Culkin this because I actually have a wired headset and I don't want to pull my computer off the desk?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to, Walt.
Okay.
You didn't sign a waiver. We're good. Hey, I think Aid might be joining us from across the pond. Aid Smith, how you doing, sir?
Hello, not too bad, thank you.
All right. Also
Just
joining us
in time.
just in time, just nick of time, and frequent guest, I guess occasional co-host now, Craig Campbell from Nerdburger Games. How you doing, Craig?
Occasional co-host.
Well, you've been
My
on a
goodness.
while.
You should put that in your where your name is.
I'll put that on my business card.
We'll get you the jumpsuit and the fez in the mail. Should be there too. 8 to 10 business days.
I'm
All
not
right,
wearing a fez.
You don't have to do it on camera. It's okay. All right. First trailer we're watching is for Car Wizards 9, or as it's also known, Carvengers.
Carvengers. Hit it.
What?
You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about. Fast and Furious 9, the trailer from 4 days ago. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
I used to live my life a quarter mile at a time. But things changed. My father now. I will always be in your heart.
Me too.
Heart of gold.
I love that she walks into the room with a weapon holster on her shoulder.
I was wondering about that.
It's for protection.
Thought that was what the gun was for.
Is this a zombies movie?
It should be.
All right, Dom. What's next?
They escalate in every
No matter how fast
movie,
you
right? So like, there will come a point when they're just going to be saving the universe.
Yeah.
run this
In
time.
spaceships.
Made by
And
Chevy.
the person would be dead.
In mine.
Is that John Cena? Hold on.
Yes.
Been a long time, Dom.
Are they going to kiss now? No, guess not.
Talking like this. The movie.
Assassin. High performance driver.
And that person would be dead.
Yes.
Did he just bench press a Dodge?
Jacob is Dom's brother.
No.
Wow. Never
Why
seen
wouldn't you save that for the movie?
that. Yeah, never seen that done before. Crikey.
Stronger than Dom.
And that person would be dead.
Because I'm ready if you are.
Charlize there.
With the worst haircut she's ever had.
Is that Helen Mirren?
Helen
It is.
Mirren.
Nothing all dangerous.
Oh, good Lord, Helen Mirren. Okay, well, now I'm in. I'm in.
Yep.
I'm on board.
I want to be a Carvenger.
You know I'd rather have death with you.
Yes.
It's a 5-minute trailer. It like never stops.
Let's get to work.
Please tell me
What the hell is all that crap on that car?
That's a Fiero.
that. No, that's not impressive.
Is it a Fiero?
That is a
Oh my
Fiero.
God, it's a Fiero. Or something very similar.
The stunts in this are just sick.
I came here to take you down, little brother.
That's your mistake. This is my world.
All right, I stopped watching these after number 2. I might have to get into this.
I don't know if you'll be able to get caught up, understand what's going on.
Yeah,
There's
lot
a jet.
With a magnet.
I suppose jets can go fast and furious.
Tell me you're not thinking what I think you're thinking. There's no bridge.
Oh,
Turbo boost.
I saw this in Knight Rider.
Yeah, the Hoff did it better.
Yeah.
Not really. This is.
You might want to
this is
take
like
her foot off the
a
dashboard.
ton better
That
than
could go
Kit
bad.
and Hoff ever did. Oh, and now it's swimming on a rope like Jungle Hunt. Oh, come on. Wow.
Hey guys. Surprise.
Hey, it's the dead guy. He's back.
Car Avengers. When are we doing this as a role playing game?
I got an idea for the title for the 10th movie when they do it. It should just be Fast 10 fucking ridiculous. Just, truth in advertising. Like, wow.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure because I lose it sometime here lately.
That is something.
I have to watch all these movies because my wife likes them.
I imagine it looks great up on the big screen, though. That kind of action stuff. I don't go to see those in the theater, but yeah.
It's honestly they're better than Michael Bay Transformers movies, which I've had to watch too.
Well, if you've seen one of those, you've seen them all.
There's a large furry thing on top of Walt.
Oh,
Aid, what you think about that?
I've never seen one, and I never will. Yeah, it looks like they've literally put either the Mask or the G.I. Joe film in a live-action movie and said, "Hey, just watch this. It's great." From the 80s cartoon.
The only thing we're missing is the gull-wing doors that open in the car that
It's
flies.
such a weird thing. I don't get it. I
Like,
remember when it started, it was like, yeah, this film's about people that drive cars really fast. And you go, okay, that's fair enough. Then
yeah. There's like 3 races, and they're they're cool, but like that's about it. And now it's wow, yeah.
Yeah, now we're swinging off of bridges and cars. Like,
there's a jet, and they're having a chase sequence with some big multi-segment tank bus thing that looks like the thing that the Juggernaut was in that X-Men movie when they had to break the Juggernaut out.
If that's your thing, that's all. If that's your thing, it's very cool. But I just remember the originals was like, because it was like Gone in 60 Seconds in the first Fast and Furious movie, and we're all kind of like in that kind of Gumball Rally era where it was all about the high performance cars, and it's just gone really weird off of on a tangent. So
I remember thinking that Speed Racer was over the top when that movie came out.
That's true. Yeah,
it's subdued by comparison. Yeah. All right, next one I think might be more everyone's flavor. Give me 1 second to share it out, although it's very short. So.
It's time.
Wanda, welcome home.
Nice sweater, Vision.
Vision residence.
Wait, is Vision his last name?
I'm gonna burn this.
The character is called Vision, his daughter, so I suppose it must be.
So is Wanda gonna take? If Wanda takes Vision's last name,
it will be WandaVision.
Then she would be WandaVision. So maybe because that's what the series is called. So I just assumed they slammed the two names together and that was it.
Oh,
interesting.
Very cool.
It all looks like something happening in her own head, maybe, or a dream sequence, or I'm curious now. I was kind of writing it off before, but it can be a wacky sitcom where the guy from Ant-Man is their next door neighbor.
It looks
where Luis comes in and narrates what just happened before the episode.
That would be great. What were you saying, Ed?
It looks like an X-Men comic where Mojo captures the X-Men and puts them in a TV series, and that looks exactly like it is. And I don't understand what are they doing with it. It's such a weird idea. Such a weird idea.
Well, we'll have to see where they go, because like the Marvel stuff tends to be action oriented, but like in certain series and certain characters have more comedy than others. But are they going to do something with Wanda and Vision that is more of a comedy?
Could be
some sort of sitcom-ish thing, because there was like a Warden June Cleaver, Leave It to Beaver looking version of them, and then sort of an 80s looking version of them.
Maybe it's a virtual reality because his body was destroyed, and that's the only way she can be with him.
That makes sense.
Well, they've introduced multiple Earths. For all we know, these are different versions of Wanda and Vision when they get together at different times in different places on different Earths.
Right on. Now, what did you guys think of the Winter Soldier and the Falcon? Because I really enjoyed Sam in the comics as Captain America. So to see him holding the shield was pretty cool.
I liked his turn as Captain America because it was interesting, but they did just enough subtext, because if we were in a superhero world and there was a black guy who was Captain America, some of those things they showed happening would happen. There would be a lot of, I don't want to say blowback, but let's not dwell on it too much. But there were some issues we had to deal with, the people not being happy with him being black, or just the additional weight that comes with being a black guy and Captain America. And I don't want to, but yeah, I'm interested in seeing that. Tom Hiddleston is really watchable, and I'm interested in what they're going to do with Loki. But I don't know how it can. He was such an interesting character in the movies. I don't know how you capture that for a series.
Unless they throw him, because it looked like he was in some sort of a SHIELD facility because of the jumpsuit he was wearing.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to do a riff on Loki, Agent of Asgard.
That would be cool.
Because that was a fun series too.
So
Loki in the movies, at least thus far, Tom Hiddleston Loki is at his best when he's playing off of certain characters. So they kind of need somebody. I hope they're going to develop somebody that they is the foil to him, or he's the foil too.
He's a good zany to someone else's straight guy. So yeah, I'm interested to see. You guys want to see the Altered Carbon season 2 trailer? It just came out 6 hours ago.
Yep.
All right, let me get that up. Is that Anthony Mackie in that too?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, here it is. Whoa. Let me share that out first.
Exciting radio for that, tense silence.
The anticipation. All right, here we go.
This is a ghost story. Technology has conquered death. But with endless future comes endless past. We are trailed by specters.
I almost feel like I'm watching Fast and Furious again.
Well, it could be the next one, yeah, easily.
But if you chase after your ghosts, you just might become one.
Nice.
What do you say, guys?
Oh, so stoked. And uniquely timed with the. I wonder if the guys for the Altered Carbon RPG timed the release of their RPG with timing of this trailer.
I don't know. That would make sense. Craig, what do you think?
I watched a couple episodes of the first season, didn't really get into it, and just kind of fell away from it. Who knows if I'll go back to it? I mean, it's going to scratch an itch for people who are into that. It did well in the first season to come back second season. I know there's a lot of backlash online right now about the author of the book being a raging transphobe, which is weird for somebody who writes transhumanist fiction. Where, hey, I write a story about how you can be absolutely anything you want, and technology can redefine you as a human being, and we're gonna kind of be a transphobe. So I know there's a lot of that. I mean, I just don't have a huge investment in it myself.
It's kind of nice to see some sort of cool cyberpunk thing on,
And if nothing else, maybe it will it'll knock the door open, and we'll see a little more cyberpunk. There's a lot of properties out there that could be really interesting.
And not only that, but you also have this coming year the new Cyberpunk video game coming out
with Keanu
Reeves. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the fan anticipation of him actually being in it forced them to because I guess he was only going to do a cameo.
Yeah.
They actually had to put him in it because they were like, you can't tease Keanu and not give us Keanu.
That's a good motto for everything in life, I guess.
Yeah.
So those were the trailers I really wanted to talk about. Anything else you guys have seen that you want to? There's a Fantasy Island trailer. You want to watch that?
I want to talk about Craig's stuff.
Let's talk about your stuff. Fantasy Island and Craig stuff?
Sure.
Hit it.
All right. Let me see how to. Okay, YouTube link right there.
Now, this is weird. This is a weird trailer.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. This is my first time.
I like what they did with it.
Yeah, this is totally unexpected when you think Fantasy Island. It's very interesting.
We're popping my Fantasy Island trailer cherry right now.
On Fantasy Island? I'm in a super creepy control room, and I'm about to get this thing started.
Congratulations to each of you on winning the contest, and welcome to Fantasy Island.
So, what's your fantasy?
The island tailors each fantasy specifically to the guest. Your life is about to change forever. I hope you're ready. How the island does what it does is a mystery. It brought her back to life.
So, what's your fantasy?
Revenge on a childhood bully. The most popular girl in school was my tormentor. Let's have some fun.
Oh my god, that's really her.
This is not what I meant.
The island is twisting our fantasies.
We were brought here to be a part of something else.
Once a fantasy begins, you must see it through.
How is this possible?
Totally in.
What do you guys think?
It's weird. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's one of weird films because it's scared. Are they? They're not technically just using the premise of Fantasy Island just to say let's make a film, call it Fantasy Island, and that'll have brand recognition. Because technically speaking, it does seem to have those key elements in there, but they've gone completely off the wall with it. It's really strange.
Craig, what do you think?
Craig's muted.
There were cars going by really loudly. Sorry. You know what it made me think of was, what if we did Lost, but the other's village was a resort? And so like we'll go to Lost, go to the weird island where all the weird stuff happens, and there's like weird bunkers and rooms and things and people going, people doing stuff. But we're gonna have like people, I guess, fantasies. Which are the fantasies real? Do they manifest physically? Is it all hallucination, or who knows what? But
didn't they do another reboot that was slightly darker a few years ago with Roddy McDowell?
They did do a TV series, didn't they? At one point.
Of Fantasy Island.
Now you know what's coming next, though, didn't you? Fantasy Island hits well, didn't you? Gilligan's Island reboot movie, horror film. Nothing's going to come next. Come on, you see coming.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. If they could update it to the contemporary audience.
Yeah. Oh, we busted Mike.
Mike is muted. Blah blah blah. We are to continue the discussion.
But yeah, I
mean, I'm interested. I'll check it out. It's enough weird, and it feels like it's going to have a bunch of mystery to it. That there'll probably be a few moments in there that make you go, whoa, what? Which is fun.
Yeah, crikey! I'm just googling it to see who was in the original series. It was Ricardo Montalban that was in the original. Yeah, and for some reason I'm thinking it was Christopher Lee, but that's because Nick Nack was played by the same guy, wasn't it, in Fantasy Island? So it's like, okay, yeah, but yeah, weird.
And that Fantasy Island was like they tried to make your fantasy come true, but it was basically just like an island paradise sort of thing. And then
there was
Ricardo
a lesson
Montalban,
in every fantasy.
Montalban's character and his and Hervé Villagez and his staff and everything would kind of they would try to manipulate and make it so that you had a pleasant experience and you lived your fantasy, but it wasn't like crazy science fiction.
Kind of like the Love Boat. It seems to remind me of that. I mean, we got Love Boat reruns at the moment, and you like see all these famous 70s actresses and actors pop up in Love Boat, and literally everything is just like, hey, how can we get this person to do their thing at this? Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's such a weird. I'd love to know whose idea it was. It's like, okay, we're going to reboot Fantasy Island for the 2020s. Okay, great. It's going to be a horror film. What the? Weird. Yeah.
Well, and if they play it smart, they can do it kind of like Fantasy Island, Love Boat, and some of those shows that had the core cast, and then they brought all these guest stars in. They could do additional movies and have like, here's the core people who make the Fantasy Island weirdness happen, and then every movie there's like a new group of like name or recognize name big name actors and a few character actors that everybody recognizes, so that you can kill them off, right? And then and have like different stories. And then have like a meta plot that follows through with the main characters, but you could have those big guest stars come in. That would be kind of neat.
Yeah, because again, if you just just by looking at the original, like the first 5 minutes, it would seem that obviously a competition's been made. So, is this something that's been going on constantly? Is it kind of like, is it something like Hostel, where people go just like, hey, you've won this thing, come to the hostel. Oh, you all died. Okay, invite the next 4 guys. It's such a weird idea, but hey, it's interesting. It's definitely different, that's for sure.
It's not just a variation on something we've seen before.
Well, yeah.
Hey guys, I have to step out. I give you to the mighty Mike Lafferty.
Okay. See you, Walt.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey, I just saw you had an article on Geek Tyrant. Congratulations on that, Craig.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been articles on a few things. Did it maybe pop back up there again here with the Kickstarter coming to a close? That's possible. Anyway.
I can share that tab out real fast just so you see it. Yeah, right there. I liked it because they had a really good close up of your cover right there. So, or at least I think that's one of your cover art pieces.
That's from inside the core book. Actually, that's a half-page illustration from within the book.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess this would be a good time to mention that you're running a Kickstarter right now for a deluxe high quality hardcover of Capers RPG.
Yep.
And can you? I will share your Kickstarter page here in a second. Can you tell our listeners and viewers a little bit about that?
Well, it's the game book that got kickstarted and fulfilled a couple of years ago, but the game has done fairly well. There's been supplements. There's been there's a whole game line basically. And previously, I had done PDF and print on demand stuff, and this is an effort to get a few hundred hardcovers done as an actual print run from a print shop offset, so it'll be it'll be a much prettier book. It's the same book you saw before, but there's a little bit of stuff that's kind of sprucing it up, ribbon bookmarks, and there'll be printed end pages and inside covers with all sorts of interesting things there, and just generally better quality, deeper colors, glossy paper, sewn binding, all that fun stuff.
So this is more like the $50. It looks like your entry level pledge for the book is $40. So yeah, it's the $40 hardcover kind of version of the game.
Yep, $40 plus shipping, whatever, and it's broken out for U.S. and international.
Okay, cool. And Capers is a great game. We're big fans of it here in BAMF, so we would encourage everyone to check this out. And you have 51 hours to go, and you're almost at $9,000. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I funded a few days back, and so it's just a question of what happens in those last couple of days when there's that, typically sort of a resurgence and everything. All the latecomers get their reminder notifications, and they go, "Oh, hey, it's funded and it looks good, and now I'll get on board." So here's hoping.
The end of campaign spike. So
yep.
All right, cool. Well, best of luck with that. Everyone check it out. I will put the link in the show notes, but you can find it really easily just by Googling Capers RPG Kickstarter. But I'll definitely get on that while you have a chance. So I've got to get back to my day job. Anything else you want to cover before we wrap it up?
I'm good.
I think so. The only thing I think of, if you're referring back to Disney Plus TV series, apparently they have canned the Howard the Duck and Dazzler and Tiger animated series.
Those were actually going to be on Hulu, and they're
were they? Crikey! Okay,
canceling everything that's not on Disney Plus specifically.
Maybe that's what it is then. Yeah,
which is kind of a drag, but on the other hand, I can understand why they're doing it. I mean, there's some kind of behind the scenes power struggle at Marvel, and somebody won and somebody lost. So,
well, yeah, that seems to be the thing, I think, at the moment. So that's interesting. I say, I don't think they've announced anything to kind of replace it at the moment, have they? They've literally just keeping with the stuff for Winter Soldier and WandaVision. So
I'm glad they announced those, because I've been thinking about canceling Disney Plus, because I've rewatched Mandalorian a couple times now, and I'm like, I love this show, and there's not a goddamn thing else I want to watch on Disney Plus.
Have they got a date for them yet?
I'm sorry?
Have they actually got a date for them yet? Or is it just vagaries at the moment?
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Because I think this is the problem with Disney Plus. I think they are literally going to have to start putting rotational content in there, kind of like they tried to do with Netflix and the Daredevil Punisher thing, where kind of one ended and one began again. Because otherwise, people are just going to be dropping and resubscribing for a month after the entire series is gone. Watch it for 2-3 days, drop it again, come back 3-4 months time.
Well, it's kind of like me and HBO. You know, I have a membership as long as there's new Game of Thrones episodes, and when there's not, yeah. All right. Let's see. The premiere months have been revealed for Disney upcoming Marvel shows: The Falcon and Winter Soldier. August for The Falcon and Winter Soldier. WandaVision will follow in December.
That's a long time to wait from the launch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the next Mandalorian chapter is in October. Yeah, I might drop it for the next 3 or 4 months then.
Yeah.
Unless my kid discovers a deep and abiding affection for Muppet movies. Well, I mean, you got all the Marvel movies, and you have all the Star Wars movies on there, and that's great. I already own that stuff if I want to own it. And, you know, it's just not... Jeff Goldblum has a talk show where he, you know, episode 1 was Jeff Goldblum going to SneakerCon, which is somehow less interesting than you think it would be. So I like Jeff Goldblum. I like sneakers, but the two of them together are just less than the sum of their parts. So I don't know.
We were saying about a couple of weeks ago about having actual physical media. If Disney just decides to drop stuff, then that's it. You don't. So even just the idea of I've got all the Avengers movies or whatever on there. They just decide to we're not going to put that on there anymore. You've seen enough Mandalorian. We're taking it off for 6 months, and then it will come back when we relaunch season 2. Then
on that same angle, if you're a big Disney fan, there's a bunch of movies on there that haven't been released in years,
which is good. Yeah.
So if there's cartoons you want that you haven't seen, or I mean, God, Disney's whole back catalog from the 50s and 60s is up on there. If you want to see Fred McMurray and Shaggy Dog, they got it. You know, but that'd be the only reason I keep it, is just to amuse my kid with a Muppet movie or, you know, the original Star Wars trilogy while I'm waiting for Mandalorian and Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I don't know. They need to have a Capers TV show, Stat. So Disney, get on that. Give Craig a call.
There you go.
Super powered gangsters. That'd be a good show. I wonder who could write that.
I'm a big fan of 1930s gangsters. So, you know, but Steve Buscemi hasn't been on TV in a while. He needs a project. So, you know. Actually, Steve Buscemi and Capers. I'm liking this idea the more we talk about it, Craig.
Steve Buscemi is actually on TV at the moment. He's in a show called it's something. It's got Daniel Radcliffe in it, and it's about
or
religion or some such thing. And he's either playing God or he's playing somebody who looks. You haven't seen the trailer at the moment, but it's like, hey, what are you up to? Yeah,
Miracle Workers.
That's the dude. Yes.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Did you guys know there's a new Daniel Radcliffe movie coming out?
Yeah, the one with him with the guns.
Yeah.
That's literally all I've seen. Yeah.
Guns Akimbo.
He seems to be branching out a little bit from his Harry Potter roots, it would seem.
Hey, do you guys want to watch this trailer before we wrap up?
Go for it. I've not seen it, so.
Craig, are you on board?
Sure.
All right, cool. Share screen. Chrome tab. Guns Akimbo. Share audio. Back to the beginning so you don't miss, you know, anything.
Hey, I'm Miles.
Watch it, asshole.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a hero. But instead, I grew up to be a nobody.
Another schism.
Schism picked random weirdos and made them fight to the death. And the internet loved it. Nick wins.
Yeah, Nick. I love you.
Oh, man. I think you have the wrong opinion.
Whoa, who are you?
Look, this is gonna sound really fucking weird, but can you help me? I have guns bolted to my hands.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you're right. That does sound pretty fucking weird.
Okay, if that's what I think it is, that's pretty cool.
You die. Or the city. You die. What the fuck is next?
It's showtime.
Don't shoot me! I don't want anything to do with this.
These guys came to my house last night. They're making me fight.
Look, I have a plan.
Come on. You can stop
Trying to kill me.
and kill Schism. You in?
No. Here's what we'll do. Relax and stop running!
mistakes were made.
10 million viewers. You have made history.
I never wanted any of this.
Jeez.
It's over.
It's not over till I say it's over.
I wouldn't do that if I was you. You'll just end up blowing your damn face off. Then you'll still be depressed. Even more depressed, probably, because of your fucked up face.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're not taking themselves too seriously. That's the vibe I get from it.
That's the polar opposite of the Fast and Furious trailer, right?
Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. Now that I've watched the trailer about the guy that gets guns bolted to his hand and can't pee and can't open a door and can't pull his pants on and has to run around and kill people, and apparently it's a game show. Fantasy Island is looking downright conventional.
Yeah. It's just
there's a weird room with some person that's like doing something mysterious. That's nothing. At least you don't have guns bolted to your hands.
Because when I heard about this, I thought this was exactly the same premise as that film that came out a couple of months ago about the guy in the video game. And I can't remember what that was.
Ryan Reynolds, where he's in an MMO, and then
yeah. And it's just like, is this the same? They made the same film twice in the space of 6 months. It's like, okay, I don't know if this is the same thing, but God, it looks weird.
That happens a lot. Now I'm imagining Daniel Radcliffe as Deadpool. Like I say, I kind of enjoy that idea, but maybe in an alternate universe. So anyway, speaking of dire dystopian situations, I need to get back to my day job on this laptop.
Okie dokie.
So I will catch you guys later. Thanks again to our viewers and listeners. Thanks to Craig, Aid, and the absent Walt for coming out. And we'll catch y'all next time on the BAMF podcast.
Bye.
And here's the awkward moment after I press